What's up, world? This is your girl P. So, how to be your true, authentic self? It should really be easy to be your true, authentic self, but a lot of times it's hard because people don't accept us for who we are. And when people don't accept us for who we are, we shape and mold and conform ourselves to what people want us to be. And then you end up losing yourself, you know, because we'll look at what's going on with other people. And I'm not saying this is for like everyone, but you know if you've done this or not, because there's a lot of people that's not afraid to be themselves. And I'm not shaming anybody. I'm trying to help you to become. If you ever felt like you couldn't be yourself, I'm trying to get you to understand why you should. Okay. And it's not to shame you or make you feel any type of way. Please don't even think that way. But why you should be your true authentic self is because, for number one, we're all characters, right? Like, life is a big old movie, and you are who God created you to be, and you are unique. And so the thing of it is that whatever kind of goofy, weird thing that you do makes you you, right? But it's somebody for you, you know? And if you don't do that goofy, weird thing that you do, the person that's for you won't find you. If you hide who you are, the person that God made for you will never find you, because God made you in the image that He saw fit for you, and He made someone especially for you. So if you hide who you are, meaning not be your true authentic self, it's like you putting a cloak on yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're being somebody else, and you're not being who you're supposed to be, which is you. Then the person that God has for you won't find you. That's why you should. I mean, literally, I don't have nothing else other to say. That's the reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, the person that God has for you will never find you. You'll always end up being with people who want the person you're pretending to be, and then you have to keep that up. That's harder than working at a job that's paying. You know how you go to a job and like they not paying you enough, and you be like, you not they ain't paying, they are not paying enough for the type of job you got me doing. That's what you're doing. You're working hard for something that is not really paying you. Like, you're doing it. It's like you're cloaking yourself and being somebody that you're not for something that's not worth it. I mean, I'm not saying, Lord forgive me if anybody is thinking like, the person that if you're not being your true authentic self and you're with someone, that person isn't worth it. It means that person isn't for you, because they're with you for who you're not. They're with you for who you're pretending to be. You know what I'm saying? And it's not you, and then the person that's supposed to have you can't find you. You're standing behind the person. It's like the person that you're pretending to be, and you're with the person that likes who you're pretending to be, is standing in front of you. So they're covering you, they're hiding you from the person that's supposed to find you. It's like they're an energetic shield, they're blocking. It's like because they're not with who you really are. Like, your goofy, like, somewhere along the line, if you are a person that is, I don't want to use the word ashamed of yourself, because sometimes people can make you feel ashamed of yourself because they don't understand you, and they tell you you're weird. It's like, I'm not weird, I'm unique. Unique, weird and unique is like, it's the same thing, but it's like, the word weird is like a low vibrational term for unique, because unique is different, and we're all different. None of us are the same. Even twins are different. Even identical twins are different. You know what I'm saying? Because it's something about that one twin, the other twin, that the other twin is like, it's different. You could tell them apart if you paid attention. So, you know, when you're not being your true authentic self, and those little weird quirks and stuff that you got going on, you might have a goofy laugh. Somebody gonna like that laugh. I'm telling you, somebody is going to like it. It's like your soul is you, right? And you, it's like your vessel, your name is your character. And your soul had to pick a role to be, come to earth to be. And just say hypothetically, you know, there were like 5 different roles that you could have been, and you, in order to get one of those roles, you had to pick two a parent parents to, for them to be your parents in order for you to be you. And you had 5 sets of parents that you had to choose from in order to get a certain vessel, to a certain look. And so it's like, before you came down to earth, it's like God showed you who you were going to look like from a baby up into an adult. He showed you what you were going to look like, and you liked who you were before your soul entered the body. It's like, I want to be that one. And you liked yourself. But then when you came to earth, somebody said something about you, and it's like, I don't want to be this person no more. So you're trying to be somebody else. It's like, you liked yourself before you before you came down here, and now somebody is pointing fingers and hee hee ha ha and about you because you picked you liked yourself. You know what I'm saying? Even a person that has a disability, they knew that they were going to have that. Their soul knew it. When you drop down into your soul, you have no memory of that. So you don't remember, but you picked it because you chose the parents. It's like, I want to be this. This is the character I want to be. When God was passing out roles, a soul contract. You know what I'm saying? You got the role of that character, and then somebody said something about it. Another character came in, you cross your path, and pointed fingers and laughed at something that made you different and stand out, and now you're hiding it. And now you hiding that one thing, or maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 things that's unique about you, and the person that's for you ain't gonna never find you. You gonna have to love yourself for who you are. I'm telling you, you have to be your true authentic self. Because if you don't be your true authentic self, it's like you're putting yourself in a corner, but you think you standing out by being some. It's like you standing out to people that like who you're pretending to be, and they want that person, but that's not really you. You was never going to find. It's like, because God made somebody for everybody, and if we don't come to grips, and we don't come to terms by being ourselves, you know like for me, it might be, I use profanity because that's a part of my ego, but that's how God made me. I'm not making excuses for it. I don't use it. I can feel when people, when I'm talking to certain people who I could, talk like my being my true authentic self. And if I want to be with a person, I have to be my true authentic self to see if they really, if they for me. And if I be my true authentic self, what I'm saying, and show my shadow, my dark side, because we all have one. And when you get upset, that person is going to meet your dark side one day. You might not be walking in your ego all day long, like la 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 la. You might not be in your ego all day long, but it's gonna come a day where that person's gonna see it. And when they see your ego, you know what I'm saying? What they gonna do? You know, it's like, you have to show them that. You have to show your lower self to it's not like, because they're going to experience it one way or another. You might have a disagreement. Like my ego is profanity city. I'm a Gemini. It's communication. So I defend myself because the ego is God gave it to us to face our fears and to face our fears and to defend ourselves. So when I get to defending myself, if I don't use the air and be out, I might use this communication and use profanity. But if I don't be my true authentic self, the person that's for me, won't know that I do that. And you see where I'm going with this? It's like the person that's for you is not gonna care about that. That might actually turn them on. Like she be talking smack, you know, and it's not doing it to disrespect nobody. It's just that's how God made me. This is the role I'm playing. This is my character. This is not pretend. This is real truth. And if I hide that, the person that's for me won't find me. So whatever you got that is unique to you, and God gave it to you, that's how you are, you're gonna have to, like, literally love yourself for who you are. Self-love is the best love. It's like, look, this I ain't going around throwing my ego on people and just, what your ego is. You know what you do the most to defend yourself. You know that. You know what you do. But even outside of that, that's like, I have my ego is profanity, and I might start cussing, you know. And if I end up cussing you out, my significant other, because I done got mad, it's like that person that they know it's all good. It's not. I might be mad at you for a minute and talk some smack, but you gonna know it's all good, because that's my ego. It is what it is. That's me. But that's not me 24/7. I'm not in my ego 24/7. Now I might be, if I'm talking or whatever, and I ain't gonna start saying stuff, but it's where I'm going with this. You know what you do the most that you hold back, that you don't want to show people about you, that you hold back, but it's you. It's like, what if you smack when you eat? And so every time you go out to dinner and a guy takes you out, you don't be smacking. It's like, that that's hard for you because that's how you eat. So it's like stressful because you're holding. It's like you putting stress on yourself because you're holding back for doing something that's natural for you. If you smack, like people say, you don't have any manners, but some people just really don't know how to chew with their mouth closed, and but it's somebody that's gonna not care about that. The person that's for you is not gonna care about that. They might be like, dang, my baby be smacking. But they still gonna love you anyway. You know what I'm saying? But if you hide that, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, and you go out to dinner with guys and you hide that and you don't be yourself, you know what I'm saying? They liking you because you smacking might turn them off. You know what I'm saying? They might not want to be with you. And then here you come one day and you just like, I'm tired of it. Once you get in a relationship and get comfortable, you start, your pretend mask starts falling off and you start doing what you really wanted to do. It's like, I got this person. Let me go back. Now let me do what I really want to do, which be myself. You know what I'm saying? And here come the smacking. And now that person is like, ugh. I don't I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? But you didn't show them that from the beginning. It's not fair to them. It's not fair to you. And then you're blocking yourself. You're blocking that person from the person that they're supposed to be with. And then you blocking your own self because it's like you're not going to the person that God made for you is not going to find you. That person is not going to find you because you are letting somebody else be in front of you that is liking you for who you're pretending to be. We have to love ourselves. Self-love is the best love, and we all know that. You know what I'm saying? Because when you love yourself wholeheartedly, you can love another person. when you respect yourself, you can respect another person. Because when you respect yourself and you got to get disrespectful, it's like, you know what? I'm not even finna, because disrespecting another person is disrespecting yourself. Because you gotta, it's like I gotta really get low in order to, and I don't have time for that because we're about growth here, you know, and we're about showing people that the way God made you is okay. And if it's somebody out there that don't like you for who you are, they're not for you. That doesn't mean to shape and mold yourself to how they want. They need to go find what they want. They need to go find what God has for them. It's not, it don't mean for you to, conform to a way a person wants you to be and trying to create you into something else that be beyond what God created you to be. You know, we once you start accepting yourself for who you are, loving yourself for who you are, anybody that don't love you for who you are can move around and go. And it's just that simple. But it start with you being your true authentic self. It's like, this is who my soul came to be. And I'm not going to break my own heart trying to hide who I am, because it's tiring. It's tiring to pretend to be somebody I'm not. You know, I don't want to act like that, cuz that's really acting. You're being a whole character. You're being somebody you're not. That's acting, and you're not even getting paid for it, unless you getting paid for it, like being in a relationship and somebody give me some money, and that's a whole nother story. But I can see that just being stressful. Like, how stressful is that to 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 be in a situation where you can't be yourself? Like, I have this thing that I do, and I do it in front of. I'm not gonna talk about it because it's not other people's business, but it's something that I do. I've been doing since I was a baby, and I do it in front of I've done it in front of every relationship I ever had, because I'm being myself. I refuse. Like, look, this is what I do. you know, and I'm not finna hide who I am just because I'm with you. You know, you're gonna know about me, and you with it or you not. If you not, okay, then I'm not finna pretend to be something I'm not just to be with you. You know, that's how being your true authentic self is. And it's not about disrespecting another person. It's just like, move them out the way, because they're not yours and you're not theirs. They belong to somebody else, because God made you that way for a reason. He made you that way because it's somebody else that loves that about you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, be you, because because it's like you have to vibrate to each other. It's like you're on this earth somewhere, and that person that God made for you on this earth somewhere, and you have to heal. You have to be yourself. You have to be the character that you were created to be, not a character that you or somebody else said, you know what, you should do this, you should do that, or you trying to do what's going on in the world today, doing it for a reason outside of what, because literally you want to do it, not doing it to get a person or whatever. It's unique. You're doing it because it's you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, somebody could probably think I'm just using myself. Like I always say, I'm using myself as an example, and a person could say, how do I know that you don't give advice to get attention? I do this on a regular basis. I've been doing this all my life. I talk to strangers and give them advice. This is natural for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not pretending. I do this for real, because that's me. That's how God made me. It's not a pretend thing. When you be yourself, the person that God literally made for you, because we all have a twin flame. We all have a other half. That there's a other half of you. It's like, not like you're one individual soul. There's another individual soul, but the whole purpose of your counterpart is to help raise the vibration of the planet. You can't you can't help raise the vibration of the planet if you're not being your real self, because the whole point is to be an example. People look up to you. And when people look up to you, they want to raise up, not be you, but you're teaching the people to be themselves. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with being yourself. You all that in a bag of chips. And you have, in order for you to tell that to another person, you have to be that yourself. You can't sit here and be a hypocrite and tell people, be your true authentic self, and you're not. You know, that's a hypocrite. You're telling somebody something because it sounds good. Are you walking that way? I'm walking that way because it's the way I walk, you know? And so that's why you should be your true authentic self. Like, it's not really just about getting another person. It's like, that's who you are. Be you. It's like, be you. What's wrong with being you? You know, what's wrong with being you? There's nothing wrong with being you. You're awesome. You know what I'm saying? You're magnificent. You're all that. There's nothing wrong with being you. You know, because even when you meet somebody, you can meet a friend of the same gender. Or, well, they're not your friend, they're a stranger, and you meet someone of the same gender and you get to talking to them, and they're from another country. Like today I was talking to this young lady, and I've talked to her on different occasions, and today, for some reason, something told me to ask her where she's from, because she has an accent. I don't know where she's from. I asked her where she's from, and she told me Afghanistan. You know how I felt? If I've ever talked to anyone that's from Afghanistan, I've never knew that they were from Afghanistan, but I was amazed. And then she started telling me things, and, like, because I asked her, I was like, how's life there? Because I don't know. You only hear what people talk about that is like gossip. But when you hear things from an actual person that experienced things, and it's like this person, their lifestyle is different. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that they don't do sneaky manipulative stuff like people that you met or do, because it's not about that. But I could tell that that person is being themselves because they could feel that they could be comfortable around me because I'm not judging you. I don't even know where you were from. And now that you told me where you were from, I'm going to act the same way because I don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about where you're from, even though I wanted to know because of your accent. Because when people, because I'm a communicator. So when I talk to people and they're communicating, I pay attention to how they talk. If they're country, they got a little country twang, or, it's like, where are you from? You know, and they tell me, well, really, you're from so and so? Wow, I've never been there. you know tell me something. How's life out there? How is it? And it's like, but I'm being myself. So if that person likes me, I'm not trying to get her to like me. I'm sure she does because of my vibe. I'm not judgmental. I don't care where you from. I care what type of person you are, you know, and you'll never know what type of person another person is if you're not being yourself. Because you can pick up on stuff like that. You can pick up on fakes. You can pick up on all of that, but when you're not being your true authentic self, you'll never know because you're attracting, it's like you attract all different kinds of people, but you'll never know who you're attracting when you're not being yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just have to be yourself, and when you're being yourself, you attract the right person. And when you're being your true authentic self, you'll attract the one God has for you. That person will find you because they it's destiny. It's destiny. They're gonna make their way to you some way, somehow. It's destiny because God made them for you and you for them. Well, that's all I got for you. And I holla though. More love. Peace.